2021 Moomba Kaiyen. This is a one-owner boat we recently took in on trade, and it is in awesome condition. We're going to go through, check out the condition of the boat, as well as the features. On this 21.5-foot Moomba Kaiyen. This thing is sitting in a white hull bottom and interior deck. Has a black accent above that kind of trails back here to the transom. And then a green metallic, pardon me, I don't know the color names for the Moombas, but we have a nice green metallic as our main stripe here. Pretty color, kind of unique. You do have Moomba lettering, kind of a Chromax decal, similar to what you see on like our Nautiques, in matte black over kind of a graphite fill on the lettering. It's sitting on a tandem axle boatmate trailer. Kind of just a basic trailer. It does have a swing tongue, but it does have some nice looking wheels on it. Moombas run a Roswell tower, so this is basically an aviator Roswell tower. I don't know if that's what they call it specifically, but very easy to fold, well built. Has a set of Wet Sounds tower speakers up there, a set of rotating Roswell board racks. We do have a Saipa mirror on the windshield. And let's just do a quick lap around the outside of the boat. Got our Kaiyen decal on the rear corners here. It does have two pop-up cleats on either side of the boat. You have a fuel fill over here, vented fuel fill. Nav lights on the corners, on the sides here. It does have GPS zero-off speed control. Coming around the front, you're going to see LED docking lights kind of tucked in underneath, as well as that traction on the bow. I believe it's gator step. I don't know explicitly if it's SeaDek or gator step, but I know this is the driftwood color, or very similar to the driftwood color from gator step, so I'm going to assume that's what it is. But immaculate gel coat on the boat. It's all, I mean, it looks brand new walking around the outside. Nothing, really, not even any scuffs on the hull on this thing. Lived on a lake on a lift during the summer, so I'm sure the trailer didn't come off and on the trailer that often. Transom's in awesome shape. No nicks or scuffs anywhere. You see that sometimes from boards coming in and out of the boat. And as we pop underneath here, you're going to see the factory-equipped surf system. It does have a center surf exhaust, center trim plate for wake adjustment, and a pair of clear underwater lights as well. Let's jump inside the Moomba, check out the interior. All right. On transom, you do have a step up, leads you up through this nice walkthrough through the center. There is a pop-up ski pylon back here, super simple. It does have a Fusion transom stereo remote as well. Probably see the Raptor logo here. This does have a Raptor 400 engine in it, which has, I think it's 400 horsepower on a 6.2 liter. This particular boat has been upgraded with the bigger rear bags from Wake Makers. I actually failed to look up the capacity on that Wake Makers kit. That info is available online. I'll try to find it and put it in the description of the boat, but this is packing quite a bit more weight in the transom of the boat than it would have from the factory. So from what I gather, kind of the setup you're going to want on this particular boat. It does have a full mooring cover in great shape right there. On the other side, And there was a little bit of extra plumbing that I'm sure came with that Wakemaker's kit. So that's what you're seeing there in the back. Here's a quick look at our Raptor 400. This is going to have fresh fluids, filters, and impeller. So it's ready to go for next season. It has 365 hours on it as it sits right this second. We have not taken it to the water yet, but I'm sure we'll be doing that this week with temps in the 60s. Before I climb down into the rest of the interior and go through it, just color scheme wise, we have a nice light gray all throughout the interior with black seat boxing and accent piping. Just a nice simplistic interior, nothing offensive. It's going to be easy to keep clean, and it looks good too. So leading us down into the interior, our rear seat here has a nice step, so we're not walking on our vinyl, which is really nice. And our vinyl also, they kind of break up the texture a little bit, so like the boxing in the secondary has a different material than the actual seat base does. So it gives a little bit of depth to the interior, so it's not just that same flat kind of feel to it all throughout. Stereo-wise, it's all wet sounds. It's all throughout the boat. Has 6 interior speakers, so just like you're seeing here. And then there is, I believe it's a 10-inch subwoofer in the front. We'll take a peek at it and break out the tape measure, but it looked like a 10-inch sub. And then up top, these are Rev 10s with the horn there in the center. Opening up our storage. Carpetless storage on these, which is really nice. You're probably going to see a little bit of water. We just detailed this thing, so still drying out a little bit. But the fact that there's no carpet means this boat's going to stay dry. You do have cup holders on both sides on our inlay here, as well as, I believe these are phone holders, so you can just slide your phones in those little slots. There's a lean back behind the driver's seat as well. That's fully removable if you want it out of the way. You can open up here, same thing, storage underneath, and I do have the slide-in air dam, which slides into the walk-through there for those chilly days. That is option on this boat. You can open up our storage compartment where you're going to see just some life jackets and whatnot under here with a mounted fire extinguisher. I believe we put 4 fenders in here, and that's all kind of jammed up in that storage compartment. It does have an onboard battery charger. You can just, my camera's still focused. There we go. Onboard battery charger over here for the dual battery setup. That door kind of swings shut like so. The removable cushion down here, you can see the batteries. This thing pops out as well, that seat base. More storage underneath there. Nice deep glove box. So you can get down in there. Some spare parts and owner's manuals and whatnot down there. Little storage tray up top. I have a little tool in there right now. You can access that from the side of the walkthrough as well, which is kind of nice. Spoke about the air dam. This does have a heater. So you can see the 2 pop-out hoses for the heater right there. And let's sit down at the dash and take a peek around this thing. I'm actually going to turn the battery switch on, which is right here. Nice spot for it. Really like that. And let's turn the key and power this thing on. You do have kind of old school rocker switches for example, for your nav lights, heater. Hopefully you maybe heard that turn on. You have your ballast, fill and drain. This just has the 2 rears and the belly tank. You have some courtesy lights, docking lights, underwater lights. All those switches are across the top here. On the steering wheel, you have your center wake plate adjustment, and it gives you a reading right here on the screen. And you also can adjust your speed control with the toggle switch on the right side. On our dash up top, little storage compartments here. We have our drain plug, obviously, charging and audio inputs over there for the stereo. And And there's a wireless charging pad. It has this little hood over it. It keeps your phone out of the sun, which I think is kind of clever. Over here is the screen. Pretty simple. You can go in here. You're going to be able to adjust your ballast. You're going to be able to activate your surf system, as well as their auto wake feature, which adjusts the pitch and the roll of the boat, which takes some toying around with. And then there's an optional map card on these boats. This does not have it, from what I've gathered. Speed control, all your goodies, engine vitals, all through the screen, which is pretty nice. Down here you have a head unit, your stereo. You activate the surf system and switch sides with this toggle switch over here. That's pretty much it. It does have a 15-person capacity, which is pretty good for a 21.5-foot boat. And leading up into the bow, it's kind of squared off. It's a shorter bow in the front of this. Obviously not the biggest boat in the world at 21.5 feet, but being kind of the snub-nosed design, it is a wide bow. So you have this playpen seating with the bow filler cushion. Storage underneath all the seats up here. You can get to your subwoofer box, which is mounted up here, and there's maybe a little bit of storage even above it. But your subwoofer is right down here in the front. You can access your OB storage through the bow as well, so you can see all that gear we looked at from earlier. And this thing's in great shape. I mean, it's got 365 hours on it. I mean, I can't find really anything wrong with it. At 365 hours, it has been very, very well taken care of. The boat's in incredible condition. And, yeah, just a testament to the previous owner. This is gonna make a nice boat for the new owners. Black interior deck. Oftentimes you see like these areas at the seat bases kind of scuffed up from people moving boards in and out of the boat, and it looks pretty much perfect. So pretty awesome setup in this Moomba. Hit us up for more info here at N3 Boatworks. You can reach us at 317-845-9253.